What's up, YouTube? Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to 2018. I'm super excited to be here in a new year and to still have my YouTube page in 2018. Considering so much went down with YouTube last year, I was kind of hiding out a little bit throughout the year, popping in and out of this page, just letting you guys know what I have going on and all of that. As you guys know, YouTube went under a lot of changes in 2017 with their marketing and ads and all of that. But I just wanted to jump on the first day of the year, 2018, and let you guys know that I ain't going nowhere. Still here, still me. And I have a lot planned for my channel this year. Not only have I unlocked two of the YouTube spaces in the United States, one in Chelsea, New York, and the other in Los Angeles, but I now have a few actors who will be able to assist me in bringing my visions to life. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, there's going to be a lot more that I'm going to be sharing with you guys this year. And it's going to be not just about sexuality, but love and relationships as well. So, who's complaining about a vertical video? Oh, well, too bad. It's locked, so you're just gonna have to accept it because I'm broadcasting from my phone. So it's not that big of a deal. At least I'm here. Appreciate it. First thing, First things first, in 2018, I want to encourage all of you to do is to be grateful. To be grateful for everything you have, to be grateful for where you are, because where you are and what you have is a direct result of what you created for your life. And when you are gracious and when you show gratitude, that's an attitude that attracts more into your life. So this year, stop complaining about what you don't have. Stop perceiving that you don't have, and remember that you are abundant and that all things are already on their way to you. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, a lot of comments from people across social media. And one of the things that I've been getting a lot of concern about are sexual health issues. Whether it's premature ejaculation, coming too soon, or erectile dysfunction, not being able to keep it up, or not being able to come when you want to come. Also, anorgasmia, meaning people who are not having orgasms, women specifically. And I've been getting a lot of concerns around certain female reproductive issues like PCOS, endometriosis, cystic fibroids, so on and so forth. Hey, knowledge of self, what's going on? So, I am going to be doing a lot of videos concerning a lot of these issues so that way you guys can know that, first of all, there's a treatment for everything. And secondly, there are natural ways to treat a lot of the things or the ailments that some of you have. And you guys got to realize that this stuff is pretty normal. And when I say normal, it's common. It's common. So, all right, Louisiana. See you next time on the live. But yeah, I'm also live because I'm going to take some of your questions. I'm going to be on here for maybe about 25 minutes. So, whatever questions you have, I will answer them while we are here together. Hey, Miss Queen. Thank you for the love. Listen, tomorrow I will be uploading, probably tonight, I'm going to be uploading my first video with my favorite amateur porn couple, Rock and Shay. And for those of you that are fans of ebony porn, especially ebony amateur porn, then I'm pretty sure you know who they are. They have been in the game for about 10 years. And I met them for the first time in Los Angeles a few months ago. Not a few months ago, a few weeks ago. I'm talking about. I was just in Los Angeles early December. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, would you guys be interested in helping me with some videos for my YouTube channel? And they were like, yeah. So I have a few videos that I have recorded with them that I will be editing up and putting up this month. And when I go back to Los Angeles, we will be doing more videos. But the thing that I'm the most excited about is having them on board to help me out with some more adult uh, videos. For those of you that do not know, I am an award winning filmmaker. Whoop whoop. 2017 was really good to me. And I won Best Feature Fetish Film for a film that I recorded and directed for Royal Fetish Films featuring Jet Setting Jasmine and King Noir. So, yes, your girl is an award winner. So what I want to do this year is do more behind the camera work and really directing and doing more VO, meaning voiceover. So what you're going to see, of course, these adult videos are not going to be on YouTube, but we will have some YouTube friendly. Thank you, Time with Joy. We will have some YouTube friendly versions of the adult version, but I'm going to be having a website built where people can go and they can view the more adult version of the videos. Because the thing here on YouTube that I love being in the videos, I love demonstrating stuff, but there is only so much that you can do on YouTube without getting motherfucking flagged. And yes, you will have the ability to purchase the videos in DVD form or join the website for an annual membership or a monthly membership. So no worries. When everything is up and running, I will let you guys know so that way you can take advantage of everything that we have planned this year. But they are super excited to be working with me. Rock and Shay are so dope. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? There's so much in sex that they have not actually experienced. So I'm excited to be able to take them through this journey within their sex lives because you would think that people who are porn stars have had all types of sex with all kind of people, but they are a married couple and they've been filming their sex since they got married 10 years ago, and they really haven't like had other people in the bedroom with them and stuff. So uh, Rock and Shay. Hey, Rare Diamond, I'm back. um, so yeah, Rock and Shay will be demonstrating the things that I teach because I am not interested in. I'm not interested in being a an adult film star. Never have been deeply interested in that, and that's not what's in the future for me. But what I will tell you what is in the future for me. This year, I've entered into a program to become a certified tantric practitioner. So, by the end of 2018, I will officially be dealing in the tantric. Yay! I'm not showing my feet, so stop asking me. If your partner wanted to, would you be in the industry? I'm already in the industry as a sex worker and a sex educator, as a writer and a broadcaster. Um, so I don't know what you mean by that. I just told you I'm not interested in being an on-screen actress, adult screen on-screen actress. Producing adult films, sure, yeah, because I've already done that and won an award for it. So how old am I? I am 30 years young. 30 years young on November 15th. That was my new year. I know that we just came into 2018 and we're saying, oh, it's a new year, it's a new fiscal year, but your new year begins on your birthday. So, how rough is too rough for sex? You want to know how rough is too rough for sex? When she's wincing and she has a hump in her back and she's saying, ouch, and when you see blood. That's too rough. First and foremost, you have to remember that in going into the vagina, you need to take it slow first and work your way up. work your way up because the vagina is going to be resistant at first, especially if you have not used any type of form of foreplay. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Oral sex is not foreplay. Oral sex is sex. So don't think that just by licking her pussy that that's going to be enough to get her aroused and turn her on enough that her vagina is going to be moist and receded back and open for you to just go in hard. No. With anything in sex, you want to take it slow and you want to make sure that you get consent first before anything. And I'll tell you the positions that you really have to take your time in when you first switch into them. One of them being doggy style, because that is some of the deepest penetration that a woman will experience. And you're going to be hitting her cervix if you're going too hard. You can also access the G spot and the A spot um, within that with that position as well. So you got to make sure that you take it slow and you increase your speed and your uh, your roughness as you go along. You know, Mark, I know you're saying some women don't like foreplay, but the women who are saying they don't like foreplay is probably because the men in their lives have not actually performed foreplay. The only thing that they've probably experienced is getting their pussies licked, and that's about it. Foreplay starts in the mind first, and the mind must be catered to before you even get to the body. And let me tell you something. Uh, a lot of women don't even know what they like because men don't even ask them what they like. And most men out here, most people, period, are just using the same moves that they've used on the last person, expecting it to work for this new person that they're with. So, Mark Mosley, do not assume that women do not like foreplay because the issue is that many women have never been asked what they like, and many women have never truly experienced the art of foreplay. Most men just think, oh, lick her pussy, finger her, kiss her, suck on her nipples, kiss on her neck, and then that's it. I can go inside. No, women are not ready for sex as quickly as men are. And men, you have to realize that you think about sex very externally. But women, we are internal creatures. So everything that's happening with us as far as being aroused is happening internally. So you can't tell how aroused a woman is simply by just doing a wet check, by putting your finger at her vagina and being like, oh, it's wet, I can slide in now. Guess what? Vaginas are always moist. That's their natural environment. Some are more moist than others. Women who have hormonal imbalances or are nearing menopause or maybe have something going on down there may experience more dryness. But the wet test is not the way to determine if a woman is ready for penetration. So, Shonda, I will answer your question momentarily once I finish out this point here. But foreplay is necessary. And you want to know what's a part of foreplay? Getting consent. Also, talking about sex. How do you like it? What would you like for me to do to you? How do you like to be pleased? Is there anything that you would like to experience with me in this moment? Making her feel safe, not just in her environment, but also mentally. She has to be able to trust you in order for her to actually enjoy the sex. So, foreplay is more than just physically what you can do to her body. And there are visible signs on a woman's body that she's aroused. Goosebumps, hairs raised on her skin, flushed face, redness in the face, redness in the lips, fuller lips, hard nipples. But again, all of these things can also be indications of something else. So you want to check. You want to know how you check before you go inside to see if she's ready? Do you want me to come inside now? Can I enter you now? Do you want this dick now? However, you want to say it. Make sure you ask if she is ready because the wet test, the wet check, that shit's trash. Ask. before you enter. Ask before you proceed. Okay. Now, somebody asked the question, how do you get your partner to switch it up without lowering their confidence? First and foremost, you have to realize that communication is key. And you can easily talk about what you want and what you desire without insulting or attacking your partner. And secondly, you have to remember that willingness is necessary. If your partner does not have the willingness to try something new or to open up, no, I'm married. And guess what? That was my next announcement. I'll get there in a second. But so if your partner does not have willingness to try something new or to open up, then guess what? There is nothing that you can say or do. There is nothing that you can say or do that is going to change their mind about trying something else. So the first thing is, does your partner have willingness to open up and try new things? And if your partner does not have willingness to try new things, then this is where the conversation is necessary. So in having a conversation, what you have to do is ask the question, why are you not why are you not willing to try new things? The first question should be, or the first thing that should be said is, hey, I love having sex with you. It's great. I love joining with you in this. But I would also like, or it's not but, and I would also like to try new things with you. Are you open to that? Very blunt question. Then if they aren't, okay, so what's going on? Why aren't you open to trying new things? And again, your partner may have some hangups that you're not even aware of. Because a lot of times people don't want to break out of what's familiar to them because they're afraid that they will not perform correctly or be completely satisfying. And I know men in particular have issues with performance anxiety because there's all this pressure put on men to make a woman squirt, make her orgasm, make sure you're having sex long enough. Like men have all of these expectations placed on them before they even get into the bedroom, and it creates a heavy amount of anxiety. So if you are a person that wants your partner to open up and try new things, the first thing that you can do is educate yourself about the things that you want to try. If it's just simply new positions, buy a sex position book, a Kama Sutra. There are plenty of them on Amazon.com or your local bookstore. Barnes and Noble is great, or Barnes and Noble online. And then you guys can read the book together. If there are new toys that you want to incorporate into the bedroom, buy those toys and then sit down and actually play with the toy without playing with yourself. Just play with the toy as it is. Like, okay, I'll be doing a review on this in another video. But let's say, okay, you want to incorporate this toy into your bedroom, you know? Buy this toy, bring it out, talk about this toy with your partner, play with the functions and all of that, and then ask, hey, you know what? Can we bring this in the bedroom next time? Whatever it is that you want to experiment with or experience in the bedroom, simply talk about it. And if you can't talk about it, you know what you need to do. But this is what everyone needs to do, period. Start a journal. Start an erotic journal that is specifically for your sex life. Everything that you write in this journal will be dedicated to your sex life. If you can't verbally say it, then write it in the book and then give your partner the book so that they can read it. And then that's how you can start off your conversation. So you cannot get your partner to do anything, okay? You cannot get your partner to do anything. Your partner has to have willingness to do anything with you. So the best thing you can do is to gauge their interest and to talk it out and ease them into the things that you would like to try through education, educating yourself and then also educating them. So now, back to my announcement. I am married. I'm having my ceremony though this Saturday, January 6th. Married to my twin flame, Naeem Najib. Super happy about this because 2017, I freaking did not expect to fall in love. I did not expect to find the love of my life. How long does not matter. So, but I did not expect to meet this man and fall in love with this man and be living with this man and be loved by this man. And I'm going to tell you something. When you are on purpose, this is when what's meant for you just walks into your life. I was in New York. I had no other purpose in New York but to support Big Sean. And because Big Sean liked a few of my tweets on Twitter. Thanks for all the congratulations, guys. And so after seeing Big Sean like a few of my tweets, I was like, man, I gotta support him on this tour. And his I Decided album has been like blessing my life. So I decided to see what tour dates synced up with my schedule, and I saw that New York's date, April 11th, matched up with my schedule. So I bought a ticket and I flew to New York specifically just for this concert. But what I didn't realize, and this is what I want you all to realize too, is that in every situation that you experience in life, it's never fully what you think. I thought I was going to New York simply for a hip hop concert, and there was a grander purpose for why I was in New York. Because God deposited that into my spirit that I need to support Big Sean and go to New York. And I had never been to Radio City Music Hall, so I felt like it was also a two for one. I was like, wow, I've been living in New York on and off for 10 years and I've never been to this place. And it was Big Sean's first time at that venue as well. So I felt blessed. And when I went to that concert, he had so much knowledge for all of us. And he spoke to my soul and really encouraged me to like keep on my path because I was feeling a little down, you know. But also what happened on that trip was I broke it off with someone that I had been on and off with for 4 years. And, I was staying with this guy, and I was really sick. And this guy, a whole month before, was just professing his love for me. I want you to be my wife and have my children, all this, blah, blah, blah. But when I get to New York, I got to New York, I was like so sick. And I'm thinking, well, if this man loves me, he wants to marry me, he's going to take care of me. He could barely take care of himself. And in that moment, I also had a friend who sent me a meme, and the meme said, know the difference between people who feed your ego and those who feed your soul. So, in that moment, I realized, like, wow, this situation here with me and this guy is an egoic relationship. It's feeding my ego, and I no longer want this. And so I literally declared to myself, I said, I deserve better. And I don't think that's something that we say enough, is that we deserve better. So I told God, I said, God, I don't want this. You got to tell the truth twice. You got to say what you don't want, then you got to say what you do want. So I said, I no longer want this type of relationship, an egoic relationship, and I deserve better. That's what I do want. And I want to experience love and how I give it to so many people. And so, literally, literally, I'm not even kidding. A few hours later, because I said this the night before I left for New York, for Chicago. I had an early morning flight. It was a 6 a.m. flight. And so I left Brooklyn at like 4:30 a.m. Didn't sleep. I meditated the entire night. And yes, law of attraction is so real. And so I get on the flight the next day or a few hours later, and this beautiful man who literally looks like Black Jesus walks into my life. And the crazy part about it was just how, how God will bless you with what you ask for. I asked to experience love fully. I want to understand love. And so this man, he's staring at me on the plane. I feel him looking at me. I didn't want to talk to anybody, but I eventually just submitted to his gaze. And I look up and I see his beautiful brown eyes. And he's like, "Oh, I like your hair." I'm like, "Oh, great, thank you." Go to sleep, wake up, we land, get to Chicago, and find out that he needs to take the same train I'm taking. And so I'm like, "Well, we can just ride together." And as soon as we get on the train, he shares his grapes with me. I was hungry as fuck, so I was happy about that. But then what he tells me is, "Yeah, so I wrote this book and it's all about love." And I'm like, "Really though?" I was like, "I need this book." Because literally a few hours before, not only did I just break up with my on and off again boyfriend of 4 years, but I just declared what I wanted and what I needed. I said, I want to know love completely for what it is, not for what I've known it to be. And then this man comes and sits down next to me and says, "I wrote a book on love, a manual for love and relationships." What? So he didn't even ask for my number. He didn't even ask for my number. He asked for my email so that he can give me a free copy of his book. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Yo, finesse game with the grapes. Yo, he fed me. He had me at the food. He had me at the food. And he proposed to me with food. So he knows what's up. But also, what I love about him is the fact that he knows a good thing when he sees it. And he knew a good thing when he saw me. And he knew from the first day that he saw me, he did not want me to not be a part of his life. So he was proactive. And so we've been together ever since that day. And I did not expect to fall in love. I didn't expect to travel the world with this man. I didn't expect to live with this man and start a business with this man and coach clients with this man. We've done so much in our perceived short time of being together, which has only been like 8 months. I think we've probably done more in 8 months than the average couple will do in 5 years. And being with him feels like an eternity, and being away from him feels the same way. So we are twin flames. If you know anything about a twin flame relationship, your twin flame is your mirrored soul, the person that was created with you when your spirit was created. And I never thought that I would even attract my twin flame in this lifetime, but I have, and it's a blessing because it's such an amazing love. It's such an amazing love. He is a man completely rooted in his masculine, and I'm a woman completely rooted in my feminine. And so, if you got a question about dating, ask it, bro. Quality, not quantity, is important. Congrats, sis. Thank you, sis. Listen, the quality of this man is so pure. It's. I tell him all the time, I've never met a man like you in my life, and I'm so glad that my single days are over. And when I say single days, I mean hopping from bed to bed. I'm I'm so happy that the days of trying to figure out if the next guy that is in front of me is actually the one, and there is not just one. And this is the thing that I love the most about our relationship is the fact that he knows that I'm free. He knows that I'm free. He knows that he's free. And so, in being married to him, I'm not going to be in a prison where I'm not able to still love everyone in my life that I love, my parents, my friends, my companions, my other partners, and lovers. No, we're not in an open marriage. We practice love, and love is free, and love doesn't tie you down. Love does not place ownership over your body. Where you at, who you with, who you doing what with, you can't be around nobody but me. That shit is not love. That shit is not love. Put your question back in, bro, because it went so fast I didn't even have a chance to read it. So, you feel like you're attracting guys who only wants me for one night. Well, maybe it's because you only want them for one night. You got to realize that whatever you are attracting is where you are right now in life. It's reflecting where you are mentally, So you gotta, take a look at that. Do you feel people who get engaged too long wrong for her? Okay, I couldn't read the whole question. These questions be going so these questions be going so fast. But so to answer the part of the question that I was able to read, for couples that are engaged for a very long time, the reason why most of the time they're engaged for so long is because they're trying to save up the money to get married. Now listen, I'll put the name of the book. Uh, can I write in this thing? Yeah, y'all can see I'm gonna be up on this live. The name of the book is Love Is Not a Game. So you can put that into Google, Love Is Not a Game, and it will pop right up. Thank you, my brother, for putting that in. So what's this? Oh, so couples who are engaged for an extended amount of time is because they are trying to save up the money for the actual ceremony. But see, if you just want to be married, you can easily go down to the courthouse, get your little marriage certificate, and bam, you're married right in front of a judge. But people want the ceremony, they want the pomp and circumstance, they want to show off for their family and friends and the book and the gram. And they want to join with other people, right? Just have a reception, right? They want to join with other people for this whole, ceremony or whatever. But it's unnecessary. But it's how we all have been programmed to think because guess what? There's a whole industry around weddings. And the average wedding costs $36,000. $36,000. Do you know how much I can do with $36,000? I am not about to spend that on my wedding. As a matter of fact, our wedding costs us less than a grand. Of everything that we've bought and needed to buy for our wedding, I think we're right under a grand. Not even there yet. Because we both said this with $36,000, we can go on several trips. We can invest that. We can start several businesses and buy the supplies and everything that we need. 36 grand just for a party? Oh, no, 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 no. So the average couple collectively probably makes what, 100,000 plus a year collectively. So I do not see the average couple being able to have a turnaround that quick for a wedding, especially since it costs on average 36 grand. And the reason why is because as soon as you attach the word marriage to anything, the price goes up. I was looking for rings, right? And literally, it's like same ring, right? Not labeled engagement, wedding, whatever. $300. You fucking slap engagement, marriage, whatever, onto that same ring, you know what happens? It shoots up exponentially in price. The same thing with venues, dresses, suits, decorations, party planners. A typical party planner doesn't even charge as much as a wedding planner because they feel like they got to do all this other extra stuff, right? Somebody said they wouldn't pay any more than 5K. That's the same thought process that we had, you know. And Shawanda, I'm glad that your wedding only cost 5 grand because it's absolutely possible to have a wedding for 5 grand or under. Like I said, our wedding is costing under $1,000. Few reasons. Number one, the dress that I'm wearing for my wedding was made for me by my designer in Nigeria. Shouts out to my designer Olayemi, and it was a gift. Secondly, his suit was a gift. Thirdly, our caterer is doing it for us for free. Four, we're getting married at home in Harlem in our brownstone. Venue, free. Five, his best friend is DJing for free. People are doing things for us in the service of love because they love and appreciate us and they want to give back to us. So the only thing that we've really had to pay for are the decorations for the room and of course, the ingredients for the food. And then the chef that's catering our wedding, he's fed the Obamas, he's fed Miley Cyrus, Justin Timberlake. So this guy is pretty well known and extremely successful, but he wants to do this in the service of love. So, and we're going to be broadcasting our wedding online, so you guys will be able to see it. And he and I already do seminars and coaching together with clients. So, we will be doing more of that. Aren't you so blessed? You're looking so bright today. Thank you, love. But yes, and we are blessed because when you give love, you receive love back in so many ways. And I'm so grateful for everyone who's been involved to really help this process go smoothly. Like even this beautiful hairstyle that you see. My best friend did my hair and she did it for free. She can't come to the wedding, but she said, I'll be there in spirit through your hair. So I appreciate that. My husband is the same age as me. Well, he's 1 year older than me. He's 31. So he's a millennial, just like me. And I always thought I would marry an old man. I always thought I would marry an old man because old men know how to treat me. Young men or men my age have always just kind of like, dismissed me because they don't know how to love me for real. But I'm glad that I did not give up in remembering that if I exist, there is someone else out there that exists that's just like me, that will accept me exactly as I am. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Excuse me. There were people who counted me out, saying that I would never be able to find somebody who accepts me for who I am without me having to change anything. And guess what? He's in my life now. I don't have to give anybody up out of my life. I don't have to change my job. I don't have to do nothing. He accepts me exactly as I am, and I accept him exactly as he is. No, he doesn't have any children. No children. And he's Muslim. So I got a new name. Mm-mm, mm, mm, mm. He's not practicing Islam, but he grew up in Islam, so Alhamdulillah. Yeah, he came. This really is like a fairy tale. It really is like a fairy tale, and I'm blessed, so I'm happy, and I get to spend the rest of my life with this man. Yes. What are your thoughts about women who like a guy and she is the first to approach the guy about it? Okay. Listen, in 2018, I want you all to stop subscribing to all these rules for these games that we play in interacting with each other. Because guess what? Relationships occur naturally. Whether it's a man going up to a woman or a woman going up to a man, if you see something that you want in life, you're gonna go get it, right? Like, okay, so you're thirsty as fuck and you need this water, and you see this water sitting on a table and it's saying it's free for anyone. So you mean to tell me if you're thirsty, you're going to be so particular about somebody like serving you water instead of you just going up to the water and picking it up? You need it, right? You want it, right? So go after it. The same thing applies in relationships. And I don't know where in time all these rules came into play when it comes to the interaction of the sexes, but guess what? We all are free. We all are free. And guess what? If there is something you want in life, you go after it and you get it. Stop playing games, people. This stuff is serious out here. Because if you really want love in your life, all you have to do is welcome it in. And women need to start learning how to be in their feminine and allowing men to lead. But see, men need to realize that just because you're attracted to a woman does not mean that you're qualified to be her leader. Okay? Women have an issue with submitting because so many men out here have the wrong perception of what it means for a woman to be submissive and to be in her feminine. If you are going to be a man that wants a woman to submit to you, then you need to be qualified. What does it mean to be qualified? It means, first of all, to know that she is not your property. And you are not her property either. So this whole that's my dick, that's my pussy, that's my man, that's my woman, guess what? None of that shit's real because we all are free. We all are free. So in being submissive, it's not a woman being docile. In being submissive, ladies, I'm going to put this out here and I'm going to have a whole other conversation and video about this because it needs to be understood completely. In being submissive as a woman, it means to completely relax into your feminine and to receive. The role of the feminine is to receive, is to be penetrated. Feminine energy is the thought, and then male energy, masculine energy, is the action. So as women, we have to be open to receive. And you have to allow a man to lead. Women want everything under the sun from the men that they love. Yet you're not allowing him to be in his masculine, to take on the role of caring for you, of putting things into action, being the action man. You want to be Miss Independent and hold everything down and, oh, well, you know, I can do this all myself. I'm good. Da, da, da. Look, 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 look. If you trust him, let him lead. I trust my husband. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the easiest relationship I've ever been in because I am a total yes to him. I remember we had just come back from Jamaica. I was here we were here in Chicago about to do the Exotica Expo. Huge expo that I was the face of and all of that. And I had to make labels for candles that I made. We went to the UPS store. I was trying to do it myself. He took my hand. He looked at me. He said, my love, do you want this to go faster? And I said, yes. He said, okay, do you trust me? I said, yes. He said, okay, well then let me do this. Everything in my soul wanted to be like, nah, I got it, I'm good, because I'm so used to handling everything. But because I trust him and I love him and I know that he can do with anything, I sat back and I let him take over and I let him lead. And guess what happened? It got done and it got done faster. And anything in life, whether it's the food that we eat, places we're going, how we're getting there and all that, he takes care of all that stuff. I don't have to at all. When I was down in Atlanta, I was going through a spiritual journey. I said, my love, I'm going to need you after this. Can you please come down? He said, yes. And I didn't know where I was going to stay after that or anything, but he took care of it all. So I'm able to completely relax in my feminine and receive with this man because I trust him. And the issue with a lot of women, the reason why they cannot be submissive, they don't want to be, they choose not to be submissive in their relationships is because they truly do not trust themselves with the men they're with. That's the truth. And it's a hard truth, but guess what? Why are you laying down with somebody every night that you don't trust? Ouch. Something you need to examine in 2018. So we will be doing a lot more videos and webinars and seminars and classes together and all of that. So you will be seeing us. Naeem is a genius. He is freaking brilliant. And yeah, so that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. And for those that do not know, my husband, Naeem Najib, is a love advocate and a love teacher. And his book is Love is Not a Game. So check it out on Amazon.com. And for those that have been following my journey, like I broke my celibacy with this man, you know. I went into 2017 celibate, planning on going through another full year of celibacy. And then I met him. And when I met him, I was like, it's a wrap. And I told myself that I wanted to break my celibacy with my husband, and I did. So, you know, I just realized that if I tap the screen, all the comments come back up. Oh my God, y'all, I'm slow as fuck. Michelle Riley said, "How do you be in your feminine? My partner always tells me I'm too aggressive, but I feel like I'm trying my best to please him." Well, first and foremost, sis, there is nothing that you can do to please anyone. You want to know why there is nothing that you can do to please anyone? Because pleasure or happiness and all of that is in the eye of the beholder. And there is nothing that you can do to make anyone feel any type of way. All right. So if you think that there's anything that you can do that is truly going to make him happy, you got to change the way you see that you view that. Okay. Um, and if what you want to do is please him, then the best thing for you to do, sis, is to listen to what he's telling you. If he's saying you are too aggressive, then ease up, soften up a little bit. Really examine your behaviors. In what ways are you being aggressive? And can you see it a different way? Can you behave a different way? Yeah, of course you can. Because it's all about willingness. Allow him to lead. Be affectionate. Be loving. And we're gonna have a whole book and webinars and all this on being in your feminine, because that's something that I've mastered. Like this, it's it's easy for me because I've always known that allowing a man to be fully in his masculine and allowing him to lead and be the guide is what is naturally supposed to happen. You don't learn to trust though. You want to know why you don't learn to trust? Because trust is content, meaning trust is love, and love already exists. So you do not have to learn how to trust, because guess what? You trust that the waiter at the restaurant is going to bring your food without them having tampered with it. You trust that the water you're drinking out of your faucet isn't poisonous. You trust that the mechanic that worked on your car didn't fuck it up. You trust that the bus driver of the bus you just got on is going to get you there safely. You trust the banker with your money. You trust that your boss is not ripping you off. You trust, period. Yes, our Oramis says trust if you want to. Trust is a choice. Trust is a choice. And love is a choice too. And love and trust are synonymous, they are the same. When you love someone, you trust them. Thank you, Jason, for the compliment on my head. Yes. So you don't learn to trust. Trust is already there. And yeah, you do trust your pilot. You trust that your pilot not gonna fucking crash. You know, you trust that you're gonna get to your destination safely. No, you don't need to keep your guard up, because if you keep your guard up, you're not loving. You're acting in a spirit of fear. And fear is not love. Fear is the absence of love. And fear is actually an illusion. It is a product of the ego, and the ego is nothing. So if you're keeping your guard up, it's not for the reasons you think. And really, keeping your guard up is not protecting you from other people. It's you choosing to be closed to other people. Remember that. If you have a guard up, it's not you protecting yourself from other people, it's you choosing to be closed to other people. So, Tyomi, I'm a bisexual. When are you planning a seminar in Miami, Fort Lauderdale? How do I get started in doggy style? You're a bisexual man? You don't know how to do doggy style? Well, I'm having a class in Miami, but it's for women only. Sorry. And I'm going to have my January tour schedule up tomorrow on my website, and tickets will be on sale for the classes that I will be having. January, I'm hitting New York, New Jersey, and Miami. And it's all girls' night out, so it's ladies only. Um, and I will not be touring the US for much longer in 2018. Most of my travels in 2018 are going to be internationally. I'm working on Nigeria, Australia, Europe, and the Caribbean. So, what I think about love and vulnerability, uh, we'll talk about that in another chat because I'm getting off of here soon. Why is it hard for some couples or men, women to get over past sexual partners? Because your mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. That's why. And because you give it all the meaning it has, and you're rooting yourself in the past because you choose to. So I do not have a year-long schedule. I don't plan things that far in advance. The only things that are planned that far in advance is my schooling that I'm about to start tomorrow and the Exotica Expo. We're going to be in 4 cities: Denver, Chicago, Miami, and Edison, New Jersey. And those dates are up on the Exotica Expo website. But I do not have a full tour schedule of where I'm going to be this year because I'm divinely guided into where I go and where I should be. Coco, 420. So, yes, for those of you that have been missing me for the last 2 years, the last 2 years, I've been touring and y'all been missing me. I'm only going to be in select cities domestically in a tour that I plan. So after April, I'm not going to be planning any other classes for real like that domestically. So if you want me in your city, you're going to have to book me because I'm going to be out of the country most of the time. This is my plan because it's time to really focus on my international following. And I'm really excited about Nigeria. I already have connections over there. We're already on the ground getting things set up, getting things ready to go. But I will be doing a lot of webinars and things online that anyone can access from anywhere. And yes, there will be more content uploaded to YouTube. Yes. Like I said, I got some videos that I'm dropping this week. And I'm going to be filming from the YouTube space. So it means more professional photos, videos, and I get to hire some interns. Yes, interns. So if any of you guys, I will not be doing daily vlogs. Nah, vlogs. I will not be doing daily vlogs. I cannot commit to that because I don't even want to be online every day. I'm not even in the mood every day. So, but I will check in at least once a week with a vlog, you know. But that's what social media is for. You know, you guys can follow me on social media. Snapchat, Glamazon Tyomi, Twitter, Glamazon Tyomi, Instagram, the Glamazon Tyomi. Right. I really don't want to make the time to be on every day. That's too much pressure. Way too much pressure to be on every day. Levels have changed. Thank you for realizing and recognizing. Yes. How do you sign up to be an intern? So the interns that I will need are those who work in media and visuals. So I'm going to need sound, people who work in sound, people who work in graphic design, people who work um, in videography, photography. So, and this is not a paid internship. I'm just letting it be known. This is for experience and exposure. So, and I particularly would like people who are college students or those who need the experience to build up their resumes. So, um, let me see where, if you are interested in being an intern, I was just trying to think about which email to have you guys send messages to. If you are interested in being an intern, you can send an email to Tyomi Writes, Tyomi, WRITES, at gmail.com. And when you write me, send me your resume. I need to see what skills you have. And I'm going to go through all of the submissions. And also, if you are a graphic designer or you are a visual artist or anything like that, send me examples of your work. I need to see what you're able to do. If you are an audio guy, I need to hear your work. So, if you are a videographer, I need to see your work. So, send over samples of what you do. The email is Tyomi Writes, WRITES.com. Well, at gmail.com. Tyomi Writes at gmail.com. I do not need a fashion designer. Graphic designer. Graphic designer. So, okay, let me tell you something. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. I really need you guys to get over this whole penis size thing because unless a man has something that's the size of a thumb, even then, the size of a thumb can still penetrate the first inch of the vagina where most of the nerve endings are concentrated. There are sex positions to accommodate and accessories to accommodate for any man's size. Yes, that's the right email. Thank you for putting that in. Um, and first and foremost, what's more important to you, the sex or the love? Because sex in itself is nothing. You give it all the meaning it has, and yeah, also sex can be used in the service of love to join with your partner in love. But if you are attacking your partner in your mind because you believe that their size is inadequate, then you may as well not even have sex with that person. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you something. There are sex positions and, like I said, accessories that can accommodate for any size. And what most of you consider to be lacking in size is really just an average size penis. An average size penis. But so many of you are so like, and it's okay if you're a size queen and you want a 7 to 10 incher. I get that. That's cool. Everyone has their preferences. But if the sex is more important to you, if the sex is more important to you than the love, then you may as well not even engage in the relationship because eventually it's going to crumble. The thing that you need to focus on always is love. And if you love that person, you will make it work. And Kegels work as well. Kegels work very well if you are with a guy that you feel uh, has a size inadequacy. Because let me tell you something. With the genitals, they do fit like puzzle pieces. You know, you do have women that have smaller, more narrow vaginas, and if she's paired with a guy that got a 10-inch wang, it's just not going to work out. And then you do have women that have vaginas that are a little wider, a little bigger, and she might be paired up with a guy whose penis doesn't really fill her out like that. But guess what? The vagina is a collapsed muscle, and when something enters it, it expands. All right. And guess what? The vagina has the ability, because it is a muscle, to contract and be and release. So if you can Kegel while you're having sex, you can grab onto him and you can still feel anything. Create angles with your body. Try different sex positions. Don't just have sex lying down on your back in the bed. Sit on that thing in a chair or sit on it on a couch. You know, like if the traditional sex positions that you use all day, every day are not working for you, switch it up. You don't have to have sex in a bed. You don't have to have sex laying on your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, switch it up. The solutions to anything with sex are so simple, you guys. And really, it's all about willingness. Do you have the willingness to learn? And do you have the willingness to try new things? Because many of you, I'm pretty sure, are using the same traditional, like, three positions. And I'm going to tell you something. In the sex that I have with my husband, we don't switch into a whole lot of crazy positions all the time because the sex that we have is tantric, you know. Um, so, she says 2018, people still don't know how to. It's true though. And you want to know why people still don't know how to have amazing sex? It's because you're first of all, people have a lot of hangups out here that are a result of upbringing, religion, past experiences, and then also who's really getting this education. You know what I'm saying? There isn't like there aren't programs that's teaching you how to have pleasurable sex like that. But you have sex educators all around the world who's teaching these things. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's innocent for not knowing how to have pleasurable sex because that's not something that is just innate. You don't just pop out the womb like, I know how to suck good dick. Like, no, you don't pop out the womb being able to know how to do that. You don't pop out of the womb with the innate knowledge of, I know how to eat pussy good. Like, no. These things are developed over time. They are skills, and you have to practice. Come on, like it's just like reading a book or riding a bike or any other skill. It requires practice and willingness to learn. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something. I I had all these expectations and shit like that for the man I would marry, blah blah blah. And but I released all that stuff, and when I released all of that stuff, I got everything that I needed. Again, we all have preferences. Nothing wrong with having preferences. But what you're going to end up getting in life is exactly what you need. And what you need is even better than you can perceive. You know, and honestly, if I want another size dick, I can go in and have that if I want. You know what I mean? Because I'm free to do what I want with my body. Period. And so is he. But I'm completely satisfied with my man because he knocks me the fuck out every time. And it's how he uses his energy. And he speaks life to me and he speaks affirmations to me. I have prosperity pussy. And he has prosperity penis. And we manifest great things together. So I'm happy that at this point in my life, the sex that I am having is at a whole nother level now. And this is why I had to make this announcement too, simply because what you're going to see is a shift in how I'm doing things in my business because I have a completely new awareness now that I'm experiencing sex in a different way, in a way that's more connected and more tantric. And with me being a tantric practitioner, it's just going to be completely different. The way you experience sex when you're single and you're just out here doing your thing with no attachments is different when you remember that love is at the center of all things. And if you're not remembering that and you're just out here switching from this one, that one, especially as women, you gotta remember that you're collecting energy. You're collecting energy, and sometimes the energy is not always directed at aiding your well-being. And that's why I really went into celibacy too for that period of time because I was like, this ain't working for me anymore. I can't keep living like this. I wanted more for myself. I wanted better for myself. And I got it. I will gladly go through all of that again. Lioness love, that is a whole nother topic for a different time. But I will be making videos about all this stuff this year. And, oh yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You have to realize that in life you evolve. You're going to be completely different than what you were in this hour, in the next 2 hours. Your sales and everything, you know. And so in my work as a sex educator, I have to evolve too. Because I wasn't going to be single forever. And then guess what? I'm not going to be without children forever either. So when I get pregnant and I have kids, then I'm going to be able to speak to mothers about sex after children, sex with children, pregnancy sex, all that. And it's great because my career gets to evolve with me. Yes, we are constantly evolving. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be married and to be faithful. And you want to know what true faithfulness is? It's remembering that your partner is not separate from you and choosing to see your partner correctly at all times. Remembering that your partner is love and that you are love and that you both are free. That's faithfulness, not, um, oh, I haven't slept with anybody else ever in my relationship. Because you know what? When you start forgetting that your partner is innocent and when you stop forgetting that your partner is love, you've already cheated in your mind because you see them as separate from yourself. Because where do all arguments and shit start? In your mind. And why do you argue in the first place? Because you're choosing to see your partner as separate as yourself, and you're attacking them. We don't argue. My partner and I, we don't argue, and we never will. Thank God. Because arguments are not a necessary part of relationships at all. Okay? So, evolution is here Super excited about that. And I'm excited to be able to talk to and preach to married couples because so many married couples are sexless and are also feeling like they are experiencing some type of void in love. And I want to help people see it a different way. So I just wanted to jump on, talk to you guys for a minute. This was a great session. I'll be on again sometime this week. Oh, yeah, I will. You want to know why? Something else, another announcement. My husband and I are starting our church online, Real Love Church. And it's going to be every Saturday at 11 Eastern, 11 a.m. Eastern. And our first sermon starts this Sunday, this Saturday, the day of our wedding. So we will be broadcasting live. I'm planning to have a stand or something so I can broadcast on YouTube our wedding and our sermon. Because those who are coming to our wedding have no idea that it's also our church. Ha ha ha. Gotcha. It's not just a wedding, it's a sermon. And we already have sermons planned out for half of the year. And our church is not based on the Bible. Our church is based on a course in miracles. And miracles translates to love. So a course in love. Our church is Real Love Church. And we want to help people see love correctly. Mm-hmm. If you want to send a gift, may you? Of course. We would love for you to send a gift of money. So, um, I'll be putting a link out there. There's so much stuff that I have to do, like between now and getting to New York on Wednesday. I'm just like, I'm super excited though. So, all good things last forever because nothing real can be threatened. So, do not believe the lies that the ego will tell you. Nothing real can be threatened, and love is the only thing that's real, and love can never be threatened. So, I challenge you to see love and yourself correctly because you are love. You are an extension of God, and God is love. So, if you are here on this earth still breathing, that means you still have some work to do here. And it also means that you still have the time to experience love and to remember love correctly. So, remember that all good things are infinite because it's the only thing that exists. And God's will for your life is complete happiness. So that's my ending. I will talk to you guys on another vlog. And look out for the new videos I will be posting here. But also follow me on social media if you already don't. Snapchat, Glamazon Tyomi. Twitter, Glamazon Tyomi. Instagram, The Glamazon Tyomi. And I'll talk to you guys later. Happy New Year. A happy outcome to all things is sure. And know that God's will for your life is complete and total happiness. Peace, y'all.